welcome to another edition of Pulse, presented by the PlayStation Network. I'm Christina Lee, with a look at what's happening right now on PlayStation. Coming up, we've got the top 10 PSP games of September, plus pre-order goodness for God of War Ghost of Sparta. But first up, the Game of the Year edition of the most critically acclaimed video game of 2009 is hitting the streets in just a week.
I know where the stone is.
With over 50 Game of the Year awards and 39 perfect review scores, Nathan Drake is back in the Uncharted 2 Among Thieves Game of the Year edition.
Sorry, do you have a plan to go along with that grenade?
Enjoy over $35 in bonus content with this purchase, including the PlayStation Hero Skin Pack, the Siege Expansion Pack, the Currency Multiplier, and more. Look for the game in retail outlets beginning October 12th.
Behold my power!
Play the first ever co-op multiplayer action-adventure game featuring Lara Croft in Lara Croft Guardian of Light. Enjoy a classic formula of combat, exploration, puzzles, and breathtaking visuals through the lens of an isometric, fast-paced arcade experience. Next, play as a dragon in Horde and conquer dozens of unique miniature fantasy kingdoms across multiple game modes. Burn villages, roast knights, and capture princesses for ransom in your quest to gather a huge pile of glittering treasure. If you haven't gotten your hands on PlayStation Move, the diverse lineup of available games is expanding. You can even update some of the games you already own to become PlayStation Move compatible at no additional cost.
The state in which the body was found suggests the methodology of the origami killer.
The emotional experience of Heavy Rain becomes even more visceral with a new patch that allows you to play the entire game with the PlayStation Move motion controller and the PlayStation Move navigation controller.
There's some things which just have to happen.
And now you can experience the incredible one-to-one control of PlayStation Move in the massive 256-player battles of MAG. Align crosshairs and engage in close-quarter combat with precision with this free patch. In PSP news, there is still time to take advantage of the exclusive downloadable content that comes with pre-orders for God of War Ghost of Sparta. Order now to get a voucher for the original soundtrack, Legionnaire skin, Kratos avatar, PSP theme, PS3 dynamic theme, and the exclusive creative director's documentary. PSP Go owners will have access to this downloadable content bundle for a limited time when the game hits PlayStation Store on November 2nd. As for the top PSP games you've been downloading lately, let's see what you've been playing in recent weeks. The enduring appeal of Final Fantasy is apparent, with 3 Final Fantasy titles on the list. While the top spot goes to Mythic Adventure Hero Sparta. And right now, the current offerings of PlayStation Plus include the addictive puzzle game Bubble Trouble and the October episode of Core, PlayStation Network's high-definition interactive video magazine. Episode 29 of Core dives into the forthcoming Gran Turismo 5, the latest Castlevania title, Lord of Shadow, and the reboot of Medal of Honor. For more on that, here's Veronica Belmont.
Thanks, Christina. This month in episode 29 of Core, presented by the PlayStation Network, I'm going to introduce you to one of my long-lost relatives, Gabriel Belmont, and tell you how he's kicking vampire ass and taking werewolf names in Castlevania Lords of Shadow. But first, we hit the road for Gran Turismo 5. I'm here at the GT Explorer Studio in Venice, California, with the US producer of Gran Turismo, Taku Imasaki. If you're a first-person shooter fan, then you're undoubtedly familiar with the Medal of Honor series. 2010 is seeing a reboot of the franchise, and the new Medal of Honor will take it to the front lines in Afghanistan as part of an elite group of Tier 1 operatives. Tokyo, home of GT5 developer Polyphony Digital, is the next stop in On the Road with Core. All this and more in episode 29 of Core, presented by the PlayStation Network.
Thanks, Veronica. Moving over to new video releases, we begin with a cinematic reboot. Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith star in an all-new take on The Karate Kid.
I feel like we're on a quest to start a new life.
Jaden Smith stars as Dre Parker, a 12-year-old who moves to China with his mom. After making enemies with a class bully, Dre has no friends to turn to except the maintenance man, Mr. Han.
I will teach you.
Mr. Han and Dre train together, build a friendship, and move toward a showdown where Dre must earn respect for them both. And And next, from visionary writer-director John M. Chu comes the LXD, the Legion of Extraordinary Dancers. Join seemingly ordinary people who discover they have extraordinary powers in a groundbreaking mythology about hope, greed, love, and the force that moves us all.
I had another nightmare last night.
A group of suburban teenagers share one common bond.
Freddy.
Oh my God, you've seen him too.
They are all being stalked by Freddy Krueger, a horribly disfigured killer who hunts them in their dreams in A Nightmare on Elm Street. As long as they stay awake, they can protect one another. But when they sleep, there is no escape. And finally, Robert Downey Jr. is back as Tony Stark in Iron Man 2.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Unwilling to divulge the secrets behind the Iron Man armor to the government,
You want my property? You can't have it.
Stark is confronted by the evil Ivan, who has built his own weapon using stolen Stark blueprints.
I could watch Robert Downey Jr. all day long. That's all we've got time for on this edition of Pulse, presented by the PlayStation Network. I'm Christina Lee, and I'll see you right back here on October 19th.
This has been a presentation of the PlayStation Network.